Hello. Yeah, that was badly timed. Can you hear me? Wait one. I totally didn't press the wrong button then. And you caught me eating. That didn't happen. Have I got ketchup all in my beard? Probably. We'll have to live with it. It's fine. I need to make sure that you can hear me. I can see the levels moving. It all looks good. Cheers. It's Battlesnake Friday. It's Battlesnake Friday. I will be interrupted today. My kid is here, so there's that. Yes, that's definitely going to happen. Also, I forgot to close Slack, so we need to do that right now so we don't get interrupted. Whoever just sent me a DM, sorry if that was you. Welcome. I see Felix. Of course I see Felix. How are you doing, Felix? Nice to see you. I see Mawif. Nice to see you, Mawif. Welcome back to the stream. Awesome. Yeah, we did the Survive 100. I'm going to click attempt on the Survive 500. Let's just get going because it's Friday evening. And so, you know, why not? I'm also open for a rename of Snake today. So whap your snake names in the chat. And if one particularly tickles me, then I will definitely rename my snake. Hey, Craig. It's weird. It's weird, like, to go live at 4 p.m. on a Friday, which I would not normally do. But my kids playing Fortnite with their friends, and I'm not going out anywhere or doing anything. And I was like, I want to work on my snake, so I'm going to go live. I feel bad for making people watch me. Well, not making. I guess I'm not making anyone do anything, but I feel bad for not streaming during the workday, because I prefer people to in the EU and UK to be able to actually watch me while they're working. This isn't going to work because I have no web server running. Like, you definitely need a web server running for you to be able to okay, we need to do this. We need to do this. PHP -s. That's the command we want. We need to make that a composer plugin. A composer command. I hate thinking that people are watching me when they're not working for some reason. You know, but then maybe people would like to watch me of their own violation and not because they think that it helps them in work. It could be a thing. It could be a thing. Who knows? I just spilled ketchup on my top. So if I look at the camera, if the camera goes too low, you get to see the ketchup stain on my back because I was just eating like McDonald's food. Bad boy. Once a week it's fine. It's 11 a.m. and I'm working. That does help. That makes me feel better, Mao. Thank you. Okay, so what was I doing? What was I even doing? I got distracted again. Okay, let's do a composer command. Composer.json. How do I add a command? Have you seen the chicken Big Mac? I want to go back now. Like, I'm really trying to eat less fast food. You're not helping. How do I tell Composer that I want to add a custom Composer custom command, like npm run? Composer, is it just commands? Is it just like, can we wing this by just going like commands? Scripts. And is that I was on the right page then. Yeah, it's not scripts, is it? It's like commands. I think you were right the first time. I'm trying to. Oh, you're straight in there. If only I had chat codes running. Felix is using chat codes, which is a plugin that we have here at GH Live, which allows you to interact with my IDE right off the bat. You can use these commands. So !C17 scripts your command do a thing, puts a comment in my IDE so that I can actually not have to do any of the work, and you wonderful people can do the work for me. And I'm going to take full advantage of that on today's stream. So thank you. So we'll say serve is that. That should work. Try it and see. Composer, run, serve should now work, right? There we go. We got a snacky snack running. Now we just need to get our ngrok running. Beautiful. Ngrok. Oh, no. Is it 8888? It is 8888. Perfect. We should now have a snack and we can run our test again. Retry. Oh, before we do anything, let's open up our ngrok web interface. Oh, no. Stop opening it up in my secret source Opera GX browser. Damn you. I'm so bad at streaming. I love it though. Who cares? That's me. Hi. Hi, me. Hi. Yeah, I should add the ngrok in the serve command, but it doesn't need to be run from that directory. So I should definitely do that though. I should do a make file like I did. Remember I did that make file for something before? I forgot what that was. Oh, it was my... That's still not working. Internal server error. Oh, I know exactly what this problem is. I have this script, right? I should just do a make file. I will do a make file today. You can hold me to that. I will write a make file today so that I can do all of this stuff super duper easy. It's not a composer install. Good guess. I've downgraded the PHP version on my computer today because I was trying to run a script that I used to interact with. I'm trying to run a script that I use to interact with our corporate Airtable so that I can update this URL, which is twill.io/webinars, which is a list of our webinars. Quick Twilio promotion. I was updating the list of webinars that we've done. And I've got this incredibly hacky script that generates HTML to put in these boxes from all of the webinars we've ever done in Airtable. I can quickly show you that without revealing too much. Because, I like to show you a little bit behind the curtain, right? So it uses this Airtable to generate that script. And all of that script had deprecation errors and all sorts of garbage. So I went back to PHP 7.4 just for running that script because I could not be bothered to fix the problems. So yes, I need to brew and link PHP 7.4 and brew link PHP 8.1. Also today we need to get this up. We absolutely need to get this up on a Lambda so that it's running constantly, which is lovely. Nru is the new brew. What? Is that a joke or am I missing out on something here? Composer, run, serve. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. We're winning. I gave a really cool demo yesterday at our... Nru is the new brew. Oh, did I type Nru by mistake? I gave a really cool demo yesterday at our... Superclass. Oh no, not Grumpy Programmer. Please no. How are you doing, Chris? I miss you, Chris. I miss you. I really do miss you. Kayfabe or not. I don't think we're ever going to get to hang out soon. Okay, end work now. We should be able to rerun the worm. The snake, not the worm. Heck, Brent. Good gracious. I should stream at this time more often. All of the North Americans come out to play at this time.
Felix Benarius gifted at Yerin subtogram programmer. They have given 28 gift sips in the channel.
I am a big fan of the Welsh text-to-speech. I am a big fan of the Welsh text-to-speech. Thank you, Felix. Thank you, Felix. Grumpy Programmer should be gifting you a sub. That's the way it should work. Kayfabe. Kayfabe. How are you doing, Heck Brent? Last day as a developer evangelist today. Okay, so snacky snacks go in here, but I want to change it because the current snake just goes, when it's in a holding pattern, it just goes random, and it waits until it's like less than 50% health, then it goes for food. I'll run through how this works now, but I really want to rewrite the the snake from the ground up today by using automated tests, and not only because Grumpy Programmer is here. Oh, what happened there? What actually happened there? That's weird. Need to make an attack snake. Yeah, so that's why I want to rewrite the snake logic a bit today, Craig, in preparation for us to be able to add new sort of rules for the snake so we can be super mega aggressive, which I'm really keen to do. Heck, Brent is his last day on my team today at Twilio, and I'm very sad. But on Monday, he starts working on my colleague Christine's team, and she's amazing. So, good for that. That's a good thing. Congrats. Congrats, Brenty. We need to hang out next week or the week after at some point. I have streamy questions, and generally, we just need to hang out. Okay, so let's take a look at the rules. Yeah, not enough... panics. If there's not enough space here, the snake just panics. So Craig's absolutely correct. What's happened here is I'll show you the rules, in fact, because the people who haven't seen the snack before will probably want to see. Look, I've got tests. Is Grumpy Programmer still here? I'm literally gonna keep showing off that I've got tests until such a point as he actually like acknowledges the fact that I wrote tests. We've got tests, we've got mapper tests, we got move tests, we've got helper tests, we have tests. We can run the unit tests, because what good are they if we don't run them? So let's run the unit tests. We need to do... Yes, I totally blew his mind. Let's do a composer run test. I think we should start doing the make file instead of this. Yes, let's do the make file. Let's copy it from one of our recent projects, because so out of character for you. Yeah, I know. The thing is, you're not wrong, mate. The thing is, you're not wrong. I wrote so many tests in my last role as a developer with Rove that it broke my mind. Which one do we normally copy our tests from? Our make file from? One of the later rolls. Yes. No, I think roll 2 was the one that we ended up going for. I think roll 2 was the working one, and roll 3 was the aborted, different way of doing it. You bang on, though. You bang on. Thank you, Craig. The bot has arrived. Oh, it's here twice now. Make. There is no make file here. Maybe I was wrong. Okay. Close this little bad boy. I could have sworn it was like roll 2 was... Oh, here we go. Here's our make file. Copy it from here. Copy. Pasta. What? Paste. That didn't work, did it? Ay. It's one of those days. Oh yeah, I didn't necessarily realize that more people are going to be here today. So more people are going to be using chat codes. So people who I maybe can't trust are going to be here and use chat codes. But that's fine. You can actually you can interact directly with my IDE from Twitch chat. So yeah, you can do like, let's take a look. In fact, let's go here. You can move my cursor by using !L and then a line number to move my cursor. There we are. We moved to line 5. You can add a tooltip, which is a comment that just appears on that line. So !T, which is a tooltip. Line 5, let's say hello chat, which gives me a tooltip here for anything that you want to highlight that I might have done wrong. And then you can add stuff to my IDE by adding a comment, which is !C. So there, line 5, let's say, don't forget to hit follow so you get notified when I go live. Awesome. So yeah, that you can interact with my IDE direct from chat. Can you clip that for me, Felix, so I can add that as a I can then add that as a trigger. So I don't have to explain it over and over again. Thank you, Felix. Anyway, let's get rid of this. So, make start, we just want to do this, right? No, we want to do... I'm not going to use Composer. I'm just going to use the make file because it's so much easier. Sometimes Gary can't be bothered to code, so gets us to do it instead. Sometimes or always. Clear chat codes, comments. Didn't work. Well, that's because I wrote this myself, right? So, there we go. So we've got make start and we've got make test. Make test. I love make files. It's one thing I'm glad when I worked at Rove that Okramias made me write make files for everything because it's such a good vendor bin pest, I think. No, I'm going to run them right now. I'm making it easy for me to run my tests, Chris. I'm making it easier for me to run my tests, so I'll run my tests more often. Come on, man. What kind of a test? I was going to say something really bad there because you and I have that kind of relationship, but I probably shouldn't say it on a live Twitch stream. Well, I was going to say, what kind of a test fetishist are you? But, you know, I didn't say that, so that's acceptable. You know, making it easy to run the tests is because I'll run the tests more often. Come on. Anyway, I'm going to run the tests. Make test. They failed, which is great because I knew there was a failing test there because we haven't implemented this yet. We haven't actually implemented this yet. That was what we were going to do today. So we have tests. All right, let's take a look at them. I think this is why. I think I deliberately had this failing test, right, last time. Yeah, this is the failing test. Yeah, so let's take a look at the board. And let's render the board in our board renderer, which I've forgotten the URL for. Board renderer. Where did I find the board renderer? Oh, I've lost the link to the board renderer. No. Hello, Maximum Gilead. You should be relaxing with your family and not working anymore. It's 4:30. How do I find out my motherboard? Where did I get that board renderer from before? Can you remember? Math. Oh, you're here for pleasure? That's weird. I got to get chat to do the work for me like that. Yeah. While somebody finds the board renderer, let's re-enable these tests so that we get gwyrdd. We get green. Ah, Ness, you're a... See, I should have known the person who wrote the board renderer is in chat. That's the person to ask to give me the link, right? That's the person to ask to give me the link rather than anyone else. Thank you so much. And thank you, Felix. Boop. Boop. I need to bookmark that, which I will now do. Beautiful. And then we can paste our board in here. This is the problem that we need to solve as far as I remember. So we paste our board in here. The reason that it's not going up all right is because there's not enough space for the snake to go into, which is, excuse me, the exact problem we were talking about, 10 minutes ago. And this is the problem we need to solve, which is why this is a failing test. And that's great. But let's do make tests so we can see all of our 9 tests which work, and then this one fails because we can't... there we go. Yes, I know. Awesome. So I need to rewrite the way this test works for sure. This snake works. So what do? So this is what we do, right? This is the handle. This is the PSR7 handler that we use to do this as part of the API. We log that we've dispatched to the logger. Then we create a move. The move is the immutable object that we use to parse the incoming request from Battlesnake, which looks like this. This is the incoming request that we get from Battlesnake, right? A big dump of JSON. So we get that from the Battlesnake server and we turn it into this move object, which essentially just means that we've got an immutable object, so we're not So we're not hanging around trying to freaking remember how an array is formed and using strings to access the array, which is brilliant. Send board to snake seems to fail. I haven't used anything. I haven't used anything else except for the board renderer. Should we even try to fix this test though? Because it's ultimately futile. Yes, we should try and fix this test. Because, well, yes, we should. For the simple reason that if this was a case where there was another snake up here, just doing this long enough may buy us enough time for the other snake to run out of space, right? So that's really good. We should never give up, right? We should keep going as long as we possibly can. So we definitely should. There's going to be a point where it's futile, right? When we're here, but that's fine. Yeah, we should definitely make sure that we don't just give up. We don't just capitulate. He's only saying that because I'm watching, yeah. Testomatic, grumpy programmer. And now a word from our sponsors. Do you struggle to get over the hill of automated testing in PHP? Do you also have more money than sense? Then go to grumpylearning.com today and buy the new... Oh, it's not called grumpylearning.com. Quick, help, Chris. Go to Grumpy Learning. Go to grumpy-learning.com today and learn to test like a grumpy programmer yourself. Grumpy Programmer's books are fantastic. This is the book that I used. The book that I actually used to learn automated testing in PHP was the Grumpy Programmer's PHP Unit Cookbook, which you can still buy right here. That was the book that I used to get over the hump of learning learning unit tests 10 years ago. Comes highly recommended. I believe there's a newer book though, which is the Grumpy Programmer's pamphlet on unit testing, which is the newer version of the book. So buy that one. So thank you, Grumpy Programmer, for making me buy your book. I don't know where I'm going with this. I ran out of steam at the end there. Awesome. So yeah, we do kind of want to fix that, but I don't think we'll fix it right now. I think we need to figure this stuff out. So when we're figuring out the move, we say if there's no food on the board, or if our health is less than 50, if there's no food on the board or our health is greater than 50, just go into a holding pattern. And if there is food on the board and our health is less than 50, then head towards the food. And head towards the food, basically we go right and then up to the nearest or to the highest indexed piece of food in the array, which is terrible. So much to fix. And then the holding pattern, we just go in a random direction if that direction is valid. So this snake is kind of cool, but it doesn't really it doesn't really do anything interesting. Particularly like the holding pattern is random. We can fight some other snakes though. Anyone got snakes they want to fight to show the problems with this snake? Let's see if Gilead snake is alive. It's always funny to defeat Gilly Snake. It's always funny to defeat Gilly Snake. Gilly Snake. Gilly Snake. So now what we can do is, instead of doing the challenges, we can like fight other snakes. I am of the thought that I don't think you want to build a snake for fighting and also use the same snake to complete the challenges. You tell me, why is this not working? Hello? Hello? Brent, it's brilliant fun. It really is. It's so much fun. Oh, do I have to click play? Okay, I'm an idiot. Oh, I lost. Have you refactored your snake since the last time we fought? You never beat me before. Swine. Let's try again. This time I'm going to win. Oh, you ate me again. You've been working on your snake slyly. While I've been like, I prefer to have a snake for challenge and one for fighting. Yeah. I know, getting smacked around by ghillie snake, it does feel bad. Like if it was Ness's snake, which is super like refined and aggressive, that's one thing, but being beaten by ghillie snake? Is your snake, Matthew, like actively trying to win once it gets bigger than the other snake? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So let's forget the stupid challenge. Let's create a fighty snake today. I'm excited. I think we need to have a better decision-making platform here, right? I think we have to write an algorithm that makes better decisions than holding pattern or head for food. Particularly as a holding pattern just goes in a random direction. I think we need to like look at certain situations on the board and then write some tests to say, oh, if in this situation we should always do this, and take the randomness out of it, because the randomness was hilarious and I loved it, but I think we don't want randomness in a fighting snake. We want it to be a pure function, I guess, where given this input, we always do that output. I think that's fair to say. Now, while I talk about this, I am really interested to know if the people who have battle snakes in the chat would agree that your snake should always do the same thing given the same board. Because I think that feels like how you would want to build a snake. Like, given this board, I would never want to turn left here because that means I could die. If I turn left and this snake turns up, I would die. So I definitely don't want to turn left. I probably don't mind turning right, because there's lots of space here. Like, what would be the optimum move to make in this situation? Just go straight up, I think, because it puts more distance between us and the bigger snake. I think, anyway, we can figure that out. I think we should have a snake that always responds the same way to the same board, personally. Yeah, I think you're right, Ness. Brent, I'm very happy to talk to you about a Battlesnake show on the Twilio channel, because there's myself, there's Maxim Gilead, there's Joe Nash, there's Corey. Like, we have people who are building snakes. Yeah, okay, so we're going to get rid of the randomness. And we're going to look at the tests we've already got, and we're going to make the tests better and then refactor for each test until we've got a snake that does everything that we want every time we want it. So let's take a look at the boards we've already got for tests and figure out what they should be, and then rewrite the test so that rewrite the code so that test passes, and then over time we should get a better snake. This is a terrible test for this job. Okay, so we only want to write tests where there's multiple snakes on the board at this point, right? Let's take a look at what all these tests are doing. Some of these, yeah, that should always go down. So that's a valuable test, right? And we should be seeing that. So in this instance, we always go right. Maybe that's not correct. Is there an easy way to copy a state from the Battlesnake website onto War Generator? I don't think you get the state from the website though, right? You only get it through ngrok or from your logs or whatever, as far as I know. It's a good question. Blah, blah, blah. These are all solo, right? I'm trying to think of the best way that we start on this. There's a browser plugin to do it. Welcome to the stream, 210. Thank you very much indeed for that. Awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm just wondering if we want to just start a new test. I don't know if like these tests will break. So we should just fix these tests, right? Let's just make a decision. Let's just make a decision on what should happen here. Right now. Right here. Right now. In this instance, we should always go right. I don't know why we should always go right, but we'll say, if in doubt, go up, right, down, left in those orders, and we can't go up. So let's always go right, yeah? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find a place to make a start. I'm trying to find one of these boards that I'm like, okay, this is a really good place to make a start, if I'm honest. Like, we should always go right there. That's not a bad place to make a start. This isn't a bad place to make a start. Okay, let's do this one. We should always go right, yeah? There's no other way about this, and our test should say that too. Our test for board 8 should say go right. Yeah. So the first thing I want to do is say we can't have an array here of moves. We're going to actually say this has to be a move, which is going to fail a load of tests, but that's fine. Thank you, Chris. Give my best to your family. So for board 3, we're going to say we're going to go right. Screw it. No. Yeah, we should always go... Did we say we should always go to the middle of the board maximum for maximum life? We should never turn away from the middle of the board if we can, right? Moving towards the middle of the board is always better in this situation. So in this instance, we're going to say we should go up, because it's towards the middle of the board. I'm going to make decisions based on each test. That's what we're going to do here. And then we're going to write code until all the tests pass. I'm awesome. Never forget it. This board, we should go right, because we would dead end ourselves. Modest too, yeah. It would be, I would be not modest if I actually meant it. As you know, the people who've been around a while know that I'm fully not actually, don't mean a word of it. That instance we should go up, that's fine. My kid's shy, she doesn't want to say hello to you all. So what board were we on? Was that 8? Yeah, 8 we should go up, that's fine. And then in this instance, we should go... In that instance, we should go... How our health is 93. What should we do here? The current test says we should go right or down, but I feel like we should go... Going down puts us closer to where... Closer to the danger zone though, right? What should the snake do here? We shouldn't go for food, because it's going to make us longer. We should go right here, I think. I think we should go right, yeah. Let's say we should go right. Screw it. We can tweak this later. Okay, this is all going to fail. I think this is all going to fail. Mainly because there's an in array, I think. Yeah. This is going to fail because it's expecting an array passed in and not a string. Logger equals new logger, move handler equals new move handler, move equals move factory create, post to data, assert same, move handler, no, valid result, comma, move handler, figure out move. I think that this is sensible, but loads of our tests are going to fail here, right? It's time to try. Make test. In fact, what we want to do here as well is go to our make file and say test docs, because they are the best. Awesome. So now we have like randomness ahoy, where things are failing. So I think we should just start fixing these one by one. So the first one, is there a better way to do this so that we get better dataset names by any chance? Can we name datasets in pest? Dataset name pest. Like, can we, so that instead of giving me this, instead of it saying, oh, failed, expecting right, and I got left, and then trying to tell me that it's this gubbins of JSON here, whereas I can actually say with this dataset name. Does that make, is that even something that you can do in PHP unit? Is this something you can do in PHP unit? Am I imagining it? Grumpy programmer's gone. The man that we needed to help us with this actual quandary has shirked his responsibility and gone. He's left us to it. Could we say... Can we... We could do a custom message. We could do a custom message, couldn't we? That might work. Like, can we do a custom message by passing in a string that's the dataset name? Is this gonna even work? Am I actually distracting myself here? Is this a waste of everyone's time? These questions and more answered on today's stream. I can't even type. Board 3, board 4, board 5. I'll change these messages if this works, by the way, don't worry. Unexpected variable name. What did I do here? Oh. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. It didn't even... Nah, see, it doesn't work. What a shame. I mean, we can see the board name there, which is probably more helpful. That's probably more helpful than it was, do we think? I don't know if this is useful or not. You tell me. Why? What? Hello? Oh, this is... You're miles back. So board 1 passes sometimes. Okay, let's just get these passing. Screw it, I'm procrastinating again. So board 1, we say, board 1, we should go right. So let's take a look at board 1 and let's figure out, I'm sure we've got randomness in here, right? So let's make this better. Let's make it much better. Okay, so we should go right. So let's take a look at the move handler. Yeah. So essentially what we want to do is when we're in the holding pattern, we want to change this so that it says up, right, down, left. So what we want to do, right, is instead of saying randomness, pick a random one, just pick the next one off this stack, right? I think that's fair, because then we'll always try and go up, right, down, left when we're in a holding pattern. And I think that's better than the randomness. So we should just be able to get rid of the random bit of this. So it's array pop, array. That's off the end of the array. No, we want the opposite of array pop. Opposite of array pop is array shift. Array shift? Yes. Beautiful. Awesome. And then we don't need to unset anymore because we've popped it, right? I think that will work. Does anyone think that won't work? If you do the get contents in the function rather than where it is, would it print the file name instead? Yes, I think it probably would. And I'm pretty sure the last stream someone said we should be doing it in the... I'm pretty sure somebody said we should be doing this in the test. And I shouted them down last stream, Mau, if you remember. So, yeah, I'm probably an idiot here. Can I just run one test? I can, right? In fact, let's just do this. Let's just do this. For now. Let's just run them one at a time. Okay. Perfect. Fixed one test. I'll send my invoice in the post. Your tests are fixed. Awesome. Okay. Now we can add... Boop. I need to keep running this because there was randomness before, but this already works now. Board 2 works already. It goes down. And let's just check that that is correct in the old... Okay, so there's only one way you can go here. So that's perfect. Yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday for the next test. Fix one test, ship it. Welcome to the stream, Vinny Code. Nice to see you. Yeah, I fixed a test. My invoice is in the post. Like, I didn't work at Rove for all those years and not invoice a lot. And then we go to board 3. And then we run our test. I mean, look at this. We fixed 3 tests. So this is, we're just awesome. Let's take a look at what this should be doing and check that the test is correct. We said that we should always go up now so that we don't have randomness anymore. And because up is the first thing in our array, we do always go up. So that's perfecto. Board 4, we should always go left. And let's check that is correct. I'm just double checking that we've made good decisions from the... Yeah, we have to go left here, right? No, not right. We have to go left. We've got to go left here. So that looks good to me. Let's make test. And that's all good. We have a good quality, high quality snack at the moment. Awesome. And then for board 5, so it basically means that just removing the randomness means our snake is awesome. Board 5 passes as well. This is very, very unexpected. Yeah, we have to go right. We have a flood fill that tells the snake that it would be dead-ended if it goes left, so don't go left. So then it goes right. Yeah, just removing the randomness, because we already had tests, but some of the tests were saying you should go either left or right, so removing the randomness probably will help us here, but I think... Yeah, this one passes too. Turns out I'm a genius at snakes. Okay, so there's only one direction that one can go. So that's totally fine. And then we go back here. Now then. Then I want to start adding more That's actually board 9, not board 7. We've got some boards here that we're not using at the moment. So, hello, Modestas. How are you doing? Yeah, fail. Board 9. So let's take a look at what the problem is here, right? So let's take a look at board 9. Let's see what it was actually doing. Oh, it's thrown an exception that there's no moves. That's the problem we've got here. I'm doing well. I'm still working at 5 p.m. on this Friday evening, but that's okay. I'm only hanging out on stream with you wonderful people, so it hardly feels like work anyway. So that's good. I really wanted to stream Battlesnakes this week, and so I thought, let's do a Friday evening. Why the hell not? Huh? Why the hell not? Okay, so it's thrown an exception because it doesn't think there's any valid moves. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Now, technically it's correct, and I'll tell you for why. What it's doing is it's checking if it goes right. If it goes right, it can't go up. So it's throwing that one off the stack straight away. Then it's checking if it can go right. And the flood fill we've got, which is this wonderful thing we wrote in the last stream, counts the flood fill we've got, which is called spaces available, says if the snake's head moves here, how many spaces are there going to be available? And if that is less than the length of the snake, then say we're not allowed to move there. Now, this is great in some instances. And in fact, if we go back to playing, I mean, I'm very interested to see how this snake compares. Let's just go to the challenges. Battlesnakes! Hello, Joe. So nice to see you. If we go back here and if we reset these challenges and do the 100 turns, because we should now have a much more predictable snake, right? There should be no randomness in it, which is great. So if we attempt survive 100 again, and I'm still open to renaming my snake. If you have any good names for my snake, then shove them in the chat. So yeah, we're just going to go round and round at the outside of the board now until we become hungry, and then we're going to find the nearest piece of food. Oh, we're just going to go round and round. Steve? I'm not a fan of Steve, Devin. Hi, welcome to the... You're not first-time chatter in my stream. I don't believe that. So yeah, we just do this holding pattern over the right side of the board until we need food, and then this is more random than I'm expecting. And I coded this, and I've got no idea what the hell the snake's doing. It does this weird, like, boop, 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 boop. Oh, now it's eating food. Uh-oh. I mean, it survived. Alan. I like Alan. I like Alan a lot. That's a better name. Why is it doing this? I just wrote the logic for this. Why is it doing... Like... I'm so confused. Why did it... This is the point... Okay, can we go all the way back to the beginning? What does this do? Yeah, okay. So... It went. This is understandable, right? Looking at the code here, let's take a look. So if we go to move handler. If we go to holding pattern, we know there's no food, but there's food on the board, but we're less than 50 health, right? So we should go into its holding pattern. That's what it should do, because it doesn't need food, and eating food in the challenges is bad, because the longer your snake is, the harder the challenge is to complete, because you're trying to survive as long as you can. Therefore, you want to keep your snake titchy-wincy for as long as you can, right? So in this instance, it's like, okay, there's no food on the board, so we'll go into the holding pattern, and the holding pattern will say, if the available moves array is empty, then throw this exception, because we can't go anywhere. So it's like, oh, I'm just going to keep going the same way. This will just throw a 500, and we'll just keep going the same way we could until we die. So then we say, take the first take the first item off our available moves array, which would be up. And then we need the method name, which is move up. That's the method name we're going to say. And then we're going to say, if it's a valid space, move up. If it's a valid space up, and is valid space does all sorts of crazy stuff, like checks that if the snake head can move up. If the snake head moves up, if the snake's head moves up 1, then like, what was this doing before? I can't even remember. If proposed moves up, snake's head equals snake's head move up. Oh, we move the snake's head up 1. It's fine. We need to duplicate this because this is a immutable object. So we need to effectively create a new instance of the snake's head with its head moved up 1. That's what this is doing. And then we say, like, if the snake's head X is less than 0 or the Y is less than 0, it would have moved out of bounds. So we can't move there. No, don't move there. We'll go out of bounds. If the snake's head X is greater than the width of the board or the Y is greater than the height of the board, we can't move there. Like, return false. There's not a valid space for us to move. And then we say if for every snake that's on the board, if moving our snake head into, if the point of that snake is the same as what our snake head is, our snake head would move into a snake that's on the board, right? Does that make sense? This is so hard to explain. So this essentially says, yeah, you're going to move into another snake, so don't go there. Don't go into, no, you can't move there. So we return false. At some point, we should have been doing flood fill, but we don't seem to have that. Oh, maybe we call that next. So first of all, we check if it's a valid space. I'm confused myself. Space is available. No, is valid space we were looking at. That's why. So yeah, that's what we do, is say, is this space a valid space? That's what we were doing back here. This is so long since I worked on this that I'm confused. And so we say in, right, is this a valid space? Yes or no? And is the space available if we move this way more than the number of spaces, the length of our snake? If it is, we say, yeah, we can move this way. If it's not, then we go, we should probably try again, which means we then try right. So we try up. Can we move that way? Is that a legal move? Are we moving off the top of the board? Are we going to run into another snake? That's fine. Yes, we can. Okay, is there enough space there for us to move into it? Yes. Okay, we'll move up. So there's this really weird situation where we go up because we can and it's fine, up because we can and it's fine, up because we can and it's fine, blah, blah, blah. Now at this point we can't move up, so we move right because that's the order of our moves, because right is a legal move and there's space available. And then we can't go up, so we move right, and then we can't go up, so we move right, and then we can't go up, so we move right, can't go up, so we move right. I'm repeating myself. Can't go up and move right. There's some kind of rap in this. We can't go up, we can't go right, so we go down, because that's the next order of the moves in the list, right? Perfect. So we exactly the same, can't go those directions, so we're going to go down. We can't go up, we can't go right, we can't go down, so we go left, because that's the order. That's fine. Now we should go up, yeah? Because if we can go up, we should always go up. What if you play with move order? I think we should play with move order, Modestas. I really do. I'm just trying to figure out what happened at one specific point. Now, we're always going to go up, okay? It's worth looking at our health, because once our health gets under 50%, the rules change. It hasn't yet. We go right, which makes our snake grow, and our health go back up to final. So then we go round in this holding pattern as we would expect. So this is all very predictable for me, right? And we're accidentally eating food, but that's fine. We're going around now, we accidentally ate food. At one point, everything goes really weird, though. Oh, okay. So I know. Is it? Do you think it's gonna? Yeah, I know exactly what's happened. It's not turning right here because there's not enough space for it to move into, right? Even actually, there is enough space. Yeah, it can't turn right because it'll block itself in. But it wouldn't block itself in, would it? Because by the time it gets to the bottom, the tail would be out of the way. So, oh, now this game is so freakishly intricate. When you think that you've solved one problem, I hate this snake. What did we say we were going to call the snake? Alan. Tea-tastic snake. I like tea-tastic snake. Maybe we should just call it Tea-tastic Alan. I think that's a compromise, right? Tea-tastic Alan is a good name for a snake. Solid name. Yeah. So it goes left. Now at least I understand what's happening. Now it'll go down because down always comes before left. Try it and snake. I mean, Matthew. We have to call it Try It and Snake. Sorry, Devin. This channel, like, Try It and See is a big thing. We have to call it Try It and Snake. We have to. I mean, we got the what are these things called? Emojis for it. We have to call it Try It and Snake. 100%. Sorry, Devin. Don't sack me. Oh, did I just say that out loud? Awesome. Try it and see name. What? Okay, so trouble is we keep completing this. I typoed. Try it and snake. Oh, yes, I like it. Now I need to go back because I want to try and figure out what's happening with my snaky snack. I know you can't see properly, but whatevs. Try it and snake. I see to the clearly better name idea. Good, thank you. Yeah, so as soon as it gets so long, all bets are off. Thank you, Craig. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I can't. Whoa. Oh, because, okay. Right. I think there's a relatively easy fix at this point. Yeah, I need to get Try It and Snake emote. I absolutely do, Brent. I think there's a relatively easy... Yeah, I think we take -1 from all the snake lengths. Because we know that the next turn, there's no way that... there's absolutely no way that the snake tail can be there, right? Is there any possible way where that snake tail could be there? If a snake has eaten food... Matthew told me about this on a call the other day, and I wasn't listening well enough. I wasn't listening to Maximum Gilead's good advice. Your tail is almost always a safe square. What about your enemies' tails? If you eat. If you just ate food, your tail doesn't move, right? Like, I'm tempted to just do this. I'm really tempted to just do... If they eat, there is another snake segment stacked on top of the tail. So say let's actually check. We can check this because we ate just here, right? So if I eat the next thing, my tail stays there, right? No, it doesn't. It stays there the turn after. It stays, so the tail moves when I move in the next turn, but the turn after it doesn't move. So if you just ate, not if you're going to eat. Got it. So in this instance, if I just ate, I shouldn't turn right. If the square I'm on at this point was food the last turn, if the move data that's posted, you can tell if it's safe by whether there's just one segment in that cell or multiple. I'd love to say I understood what that means. Right, hang on. I'm gonna read this. Whoa, no, there's no success yet. Don't be pressing those buttons. I'm gonna read this carefully. I'm going to read this carefully and I'm going to understand it. How do I enable word wrapping? Okay. In the move data that's posted, which is essentially this, yeah, you can tell if it's safe by whether there's just one segment in that cell or multiple. Are you talking about like, I don't know what that means. Oh, so would you have like this if the snake just ate? Is that what it would look like? No, it's not poorly explained, Mao. Please do not let your let my inability to comprehend things mean that it's your inability to explain. That was definitely my inability to comprehend things. You get so if the last 2 points of a snake are the same, don't take one off the snake length, but if they're not the same, take one off the snake length. Yeah, but I can't -1 on other snakes anyway. Okay. This is tricksy and I love it. This is exactly the kind of... I can't remember which keyboard combination is to hide chat codes, and now key promoter's going to shout at me. Command-Shift-D. I thought I put that. I thought I did that. Okay. Let's make a test. Let's make a test. So in this instance, we can move right. Are we all agreed? The snake hasn't eaten. It's completely fine for the snake to move right here. Whether the snake should move right or not is a different question. But the snake, by the current logic of our snake, it should move right here. See, I'm tempted to just like keep fixing these edge cases and then copying and pasting the JSON into a test and then finding another edge case and fixing that edge case until I've got nested if statements that are like 28 levels deep. Because, you know, PHP is the way we roll. Awesome, let's do that. Where's my chat codes? Run away to have dinner. I need you, Felix, to help me with this. And what are you doing? Just going to have some food. Just abandoning me. Completely fine. There was a link in chat for a plugin for copying the JSON, right? Yes. Oh, so no, don't put things in chat when I'm trying to copy and paste. I didn't write this plugin well enough to handle the chat moving when I'm in the middle of copy and pasting, because I just wrote it. Stop! I just wrote it so that it worked to an extent, and then I didn't do any more. Oh, god damn it. I hate you all. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I can just go here and do it. You can't actually stop me from going here to do it. Unlucky to you. I can't find it here, though. God damn it. Here we go. Okay. I win. You lose. It is what it is. Add to Firefox. Blindly, without even checking what it does. Just add it. Who cares? Access it. Data for play Battlesnake. Access to engine. Yes. Yes, I like blindly adding extensions. It's fine. It's the way I roll. It's the way I roll. Okay, so I want to copy the data for this. How does it work? How do extensions work? Where? How? What? Hello? What do I do? No. 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 Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you, Max. Oh, Max is a great name for you. That's what we're going to call now. Snake. Try it in Snake. Turn 75. And then we go over to our thing. We create a new... My command N is never working. Key map. I don't know why that... Command N, yeah. Should work. It should work. That plugin is brilliant. Well, I don't know why that's not working though. It's like, look in the top over there. It's like flickering to say that it's trying to do something. But it's not actually working. Annoying. Anyway. Don't get distracted, Gad. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Awesome. That plugin is brilliant. I agree. Okay, so we can make a test for this. We can make a test for this. And what did we say? Which way did we say? We should go right here. Yeah, so this test will now fail, right? 2 tests fail. We didn't fix... All of our tests are failing. What? Oh, yeah, we never fixed this one. All of our tests are broken. What's going on? What did we do? Board 9. Board 9. Again. Board 11. So board 9 we know is broken, right? Oh, that's the wrong ID. Board 9 we knew was broken. We're going to fix that later. So just comment that out. Because if your tests don't work... And, you know, they're annoying you, the fact they don't work, just comment them out. Just tell them Gary said it's fine to just comment out tests that fail. It's completely fine to do that. Just comment them out, and then your test suite will pass. You'll have less tests, but your test suite will pass. That's, it's fine. It's totally fine to do that. Absolutely. Could not map type app move with a given source. Oh, okay. So we may have a slight problem with the JSON here. Somehow. Slightly different JSON than we were expecting. I didn't expect that to happen. Oh, there's 2 snakes for some reason. No, that's right. Snakes. 1 snake. And then me. Yeah. Why can't you map that to... This looks right, doesn't it? It looks fine. Weird. I mean, I preferred the old Snake's name, follow GH Live on Twitch, version 3 real. But, you know. Oh. Oh, it's not because it's... Wait. Board. Okay, yeah, I think I see the problem. Game. Turn. Board. Oh, no. It looks good. You. Board. What's the problem here? Is it can't be the order, right? We've got snakes, then food, then hazards, and then you out the bottom. This has got food, hazards, snakes, and then you at the bottom. It can't be the order. Surely. Surely not. Why isn't it surrounded by... It is. It was just like I was scrolled slightly to the right. Sorry. This is weird. I mean, I don't think it's the ordering, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what the error said. Like, I probably should have done that first off. Height, width, snakes, food, hazards. Height, width, snakes, foods, hazards. Game, turn, board, you. That looks fine to me, right? Probably I should have read the error, but, you know, there's that. Could not map type app move with a given source. Weird. It's like we can just rearrange this though, right? Height. Width. I mean, this is clutching at straws. I really don't think this is the problem. Snakes. Food, hazards. I mean, we can try it and see though. See, these things are all out of order. Oh, there's no customizations. That's fine. We can add that. That could be the problem, actually. That could definitely be the problem. I mean, I probably should have just freaking figured that out earlier, but whatever. No. It can't be the order, surely. It worked before you commented out the other test, right? It's because I've added this new piece of JSON that came from the plugin that we just used to copy the JSON. I mean, I could have found it in... I could have just found this in my ngrok, which probably would have been more sensible. Let's be perfectly honest. But whatever. You know me and sunk cost fallacy, right? I'm so into the sunk cost fallacy that once I've gone down this rabbit hole, I'm not coming back out. Body, head, length, shout, squad, customizations. Does this work? No. What? ID, rule set, name, version, settings, food spawn chance, minimum food, hazard damage per turn. Oh, we don't have hazard damage per turn. That could be a problem, right? Royale needs to be looking like that. Squad. That could be the problem. Timeout, source. Also, look at the state of my camera now that the lights have gone. I need better light in this room if I'm going to stream at night. Things I've learned today. I need to get my key lights out of storage and figure that out. One sec, sorry. I'm trying to actually find my Philips Hue app to see if my lights are on full. Boop. Oh, now that's even worse. My head's falling apart. Yeah, I need to pull out my key lights out of storage that I've never needed because I haven't been streaming this late. That's better though, right? Definitely better. Okay, I'm flummoxed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what every good developer does and find move 75 in ngrok and copy it from ngrok where I know that we don't have ngrok going back that far. Oh, this is a tragedy. What? I hate it when things aren't easy. Okay, let's figure out what's actually happening in the factory, which is probably what I should have done earlier on, but that's fine. The move factory. Move factory. So all it does is uses this mapper builder, right? And I've never read the docs for this. This is something that Okramia said, get GitHub Copilot and let it take the wheel for a while. I mean, we did that, right? We've done that in the past. You're right. I don't understand what the problem is. Maybe you can paste the JSON from the plugin into the board generator. I don't think it's like the board generator doesn't modify any code though, right? We can try. We can see if it passes in the board generator. That's not a bad shout. It looks like it should work. I wonder if there's some things. The biggest problem we got, right, is that the problem we got is that our immutable object, the immutable object expects things to be the right type. And so I could see that if this was a string and it should be an integer, then it wouldn't work. But it doesn't feel like that is the case. Yeah, look, that renders perfectly fine, yeah. Oh, I could send the board to my snake, and then I'll get it in ngrok, and then if it works in ngrok, I can copy and paste it out of there. Copy board state. Okay. Let's see if that's done anything better. Yeah, why you can't... There's something's missing there, or something's wrong with the mapper that it's not... It can't handle this for some reason. I bet it's something in the, like, test, the way that I've... No, it does exist. Didn't you comment some code? Yeah, that was just a test that we're not going to fix today. That's not, like... If it's mapping to move, does that mean it's on the way out? So the mapper, the move factory takes the decoded JSON that we get as a PHP array and turns it into a move class, essentially. It loads the JSON in and returns us a move class by mapping it repository. Hey Johnny, how are you doing? Nice to see you. And the move class is just this immutable object, right? But it does expect things to be the right types. Xdebug and step through. See, this is why you get paid the big bucks, Craig. Like, not by me. At no point did I just say I'm paying Craig the big bucks. Let me make that completely clear. I imagine you get paid big bucks because of thoughts like that. I hate working with, like, arrays in PHP now. So wherever I can, I turn them into these immutable objects so that we get code completion and, like, we're not using strings to access array keys, which are fraught with potential problems. So yes, I think Xdebug and step through is a good shout. We do need to do a little bit of prep. And that prep is we need to comment out all of these tests, because otherwise we'll break on every single time that we run, right? So now we should just have one failing test. Yeah. This is going to be a hell of a step debug, but, you know, we're in it. We're in it to win it, so we can do that. So if I run this from within PHP Storm, I'm disappointed this mapper doesn't give us more information about what the problem was. You know, it would be nice if it gave us more information, like what the node was that was having a problem or whatever. But, you know, whatevs. I didn't write the code. I just used Ocramius's recommendation, which is probably a kind of a stupid thing in its own right. Should just be able to step there, though. Oh, I tell you what we definitely need to do. No. We definitely need to enable Xdebug before we can step debug. I was working with webhooks, and the pretty var dump debugging that Xdebug gives you was really annoying me. So rather than just turning that off, I just disabled Xdebug completely, because that's the way I roll. And you can judge me for that. That's totally fine. Okay, that looks good. We probably need to like restart our web server. Oh no, we're not using a web server. Never mind though. Okay. It's not telling me what the node is though, right? Oh, I probably, hello, yes. App model move is the signature, and the source is a JSON source. Why is it not? I'm guessing something's missing here, right? And I haven't set it to be nullable in the object. Because you can see it's parsed all this correctly, right? Something's missing, I would hazard a guess. Something's null, look. Something is indeed null, and nothing has been set as nullable. Nothing has been set as nullable in the object definition, in the immutable object, and the value object is the word I'm looking for. In the value object definition, nothing has been set as nullable. And so something is trying to be made null, is trying to be set to null, and that's causing it to fail. That doesn't necessarily help us, but at least we can do this. Can I open? Oh, I can't do that. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Move. Source. Drama. I like that namespace. I haven't changed it, and I probably should have. Move. Okay. This is so tedious, and I'm getting annoyed now that turn 200. Wait, what have I done? That's not, it shouldn't be turn 200. Hello, it shouldn't be turn 200, right? It shouldn't be turn 200. That was turn 75 that I wanted to. Does it tell me here? No, hang on. Let's just try a random, like, that, and then that, and see if that parses. If anything, I just want to know if anything from that plugin parses correctly. No. Okay. So. Boop, boop. Let's go down this and see. So we should get a game. And a game should have an ID, which is a string, and a rule set, which is a rule set. which has a name, which is a string, and a version, which is a string, and then a settings, which is a settings, and the settings should have a food spawn chance, which is an int, minimum food, which is an int, hazard damage per turn. Oh, that doesn't exist. And we didn't add that. And then a royale, which is, see, this is the problem. Right, screw it. I'm over it. I'm over it. We're going to do it the way that I said in the first place. Copy, Trident and Snake, 75, copy game, paste into Battlesnake board generator, boop, bip, bomb, upload. Then ngrok's waiting. Send it to our snake. Which we see here. We didn't see it. We didn't see it. I'm so annoyed with why this isn't working that it's making me jaded. HTS gh.ngrok.io. Center Snake's not working for you either. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Right. Balls to it. What we do is we start ngrok again. We retry the challenge, and then we find something that essentially is the same state, and then we have our ngrok thing, because I'm spending too much time trying to fix some stupid JSON and not enough time fixing interesting problems, so I can fix that off stream. It's the only way. Avoid what? Oh, I reset the wrong thing. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, if there's, I can probably put a pull request in next. Don't worry about it. Because this should now all be going to our ngrok, right? Yeah, awesome. So I can just copy and I can paste it out from where I've been pasting it all this time. Because we'll get exactly the same problem happen here now. This is why testing is so overrated. Automated testing, I mean. Okay, this time I would imagine. Yeah, that's the one we want. Oh, or is it? That's not an exact copy though, is it? Like, no, that's not good. That's no good. It's no good. It's fascinating. I'm fascinated by just watching what the hell the snake does. Okay, let's try again. Let's see if we can reproduce that. Hopefully we can reproduce it, because I can't be bothered to check object mapping on a live stream. It's like mega boring. Mega boring. Come on, little snake. Eat some food by accident. Just one piece here would be great by accident. Oh, that might do it. That might do it. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. Turn 133. I think it's still getting hit by... I think my ngrok's still getting bombarded by requests at this point. This is... I mean, I should have done the 500. This is nailing it. Now it's going to die. Because it gets confused when there's not enough space for it. Okay, cool. So we want... What turn did we want? I've forgotten already. 133? Oh. One, three, three. Yes. Oh, don't tell me my ngrok's broken. So I can't, no, it's okay. 205. I was too successful for my own good. Okay, 133. Boop. I wonder why that didn't work. That was really weird. If this doesn't map now, I'm gonna like cry. I'm gonna cry if it doesn't map. It didn't. It did map it, and it gave us the expected right and got left. So we get in the error that we needed. Now I've forgotten what the hell the error was that we were even checking for. Oh yeah. So what we want to say is, okay, we can just add an if for this. This is probably not the best way to do this. In our in our helpers, not is valid space, but space is available. We can say spaces available equals count checked. Now I completely forgot because it was so long ago that we were. It was so long ago that we were figuring out what the heck was going on. Luckily, I made a scratch so that I can actually read what was going on. In the move data that's posted, you can tell us safe if there's one segment in that cell or multiple. So if we've got two tails, if we haven't got two tails, we can take one off the spaces available. Is that fair? No, that's not true at all. If we've got two tails, we can take one off the. If we haven't got two tails, we can take one off the snake length. So it's not even in this method that we want to do this. It's in the take one off the snake length. Yes, thank you, Mao. I really confused myself then, in an incredibly complicated way. I nearly confused myself massively. Here, right? Oh, this is getting like innuendo ridden. I got to be careful here. So if move you body count move you body. So if this is what we're saying, right? If the last piece of my body is the same as, we have to do a double equals because we're comparing objects. And in PHP, if I did a triple equals, that's like, is this exactly the same object? Whereas if I do a double equals, it's like, is this the same object type with the same properties, the properties being X and Y? So we can double equals compare point objects, which have point, that's an X and a Y. We can compare them with double compare. I don't even know if this is like terrible. So what we're doing is comparing the penultimate and final and then the ultimate points of the snake. If they're the same, we can't take -1 off the length. If they're not the same, we can take one off the snake length. I don't even know if this is cray or if this is correct. I have absolutely no idea if what I've done there is nonsense or correct. If the final piece of the snake has the same X and Y as the last but one piece of the snake. If it doesn't, if they're two different points, two different X and Y coordinates, then take one off the snake. I think that works. CLW! How are you doing, Corey? Nice to see you. There's a hurricane coming through. I think that's right. And we've got tests, right? There's a 73.2% chance of working. Okay, you've got more, you had more. Oh, count is not zero indexed, is it? Piss wrong. Zero indexes. Zero indexes can... Count is not zero indexed in PHP, whereas arrays are zero indexed. So we have to say, if count -1 is equal to count -2, right? I'm 99% chance that's correct. Undefined variable space is available. Oh, yes. I broke the helpers by introducing a variable that I didn't need and then not fixing this. And then not fixing the stupid thing I'd done. Okay, it works. It works. It works. So now we're saying, yeah, we can turn right there. That's totally fine. Great, it works. So instead of going left here, it'll keep going right. I mean, we should be able to see that if we... Can we go to the end? Just play it again, right? We should be able to see that now in the real world. So it's just going to keep going round and round and round. But if we get into that situation, it's going to go, yeah, it's fine. My tail's going to be out of the way. I can just keep going. We just sit here watching the snake going round and round. Like, I've done nothing in 2 hours today. I can only apologise. I'm not apologising. We've hung out. We've had some fun. We've solved some problems. I got my tests to be green. I gave some good career advice. Yeah, we saw it right there, where it turned right then. It turned right again there. That's great. So we've solved one problem, but what we haven't solved is a million, bilzillion other problems. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so, I mean, we could just solve this problem, right? Because it should go left here. It should totally go left. It shouldn't just capitulate and return. This would have returned to 500, saying there's no moves available. And I know for why. It will have returned a 500 saying there's no moves available, because that's the way I programmed it. Yeah, you can see there's like a 500 error right here. Stay alive despite impending death. Yeah, that's a good name. So in this instance, in fact, we already have a test for that I commented out, that I told you earlier that you should all comment tests out if they were failing. Well, this is one of those times. Because this board here is exactly that problem. This board is where the snake 500 errors. The snake 500 errors because essentially there's not enough space for it to move into, so it goes no, which is what it shouldn't do. It should stay alive despite impending death. Of course it should. So this will fail with a 500 error. It didn't fail with a 500 error. What the hell? Oh, okay, doesn't matter. I don't need to fix anything because my tests just pass, even though they shouldn't. Hello? Why? Oh, no, I know why. It's because we're taking one off the snake. It's because we're taking one off the snake. The next time it did this, it would fail now because we've changed the code, right? Because it fails here because the empty space is the same length as the snake. Whereas because we're now taking one off the length of the snake, it'll capitulate one turn later. Yes, I agree, Craig. Yes. So, in fact, we can indeed use this turn 170 as our board for this instead. So, it's all good. We're fixing edge cases, one edge case at a time. And I feel like if we keep writing these tests, slowly but surely we'll evolve a snake that actually works. We probably won't, because we'll probably end up having to rewrite the whole base logic of our snake at some point. But we're learning. We're always learning. And which way do we want to go on this board? Does anyone remember? What? We want to go left. This doesn't look like the same board as the one I was expecting, though. Oh, no. We want to go... What's our rules? Up, right, down. We should go down here. We should go down. It's fine. We should go down. I'm going to put this at the end because even though its board number is lower, this is the kind of problem that we're trying to solve at the moment. Okay, yeah, so it's thrown an exception saying no moves. I don't know how to fix this. I mean, we could create an array saying risky moves. We could say, like, if it's a valid space, but the spaces available is lower, it's a risky move, and then just pick the first thing off that array once no moves become available. Does that make sense? We could definitely do that, right? We could say... yeah, if there's no other moves, then choose one from... So instead of saying, like, we definitely can't go that way here, we could say, like... We could go like this. Introduce a variable here saying... Yeah, we can introduce a variable there. Of course we can. Of course we can. Yes, it does. Is this a risky move? What? Hello? What have I... When have I... Okay, that doesn't pass. You're right, PHP Storm, this time. If helpers and not is risky move, right? What's this on the end? That's what's confusing me. If is risky move is equal to is the snake length longer than or equal to the number of spaces available? If this is a valid space and this is not a risky move, return the proposed instruction. Because it's fine, it's not a risky move. Otherwise, no, not the move, the string of the move, the proposed instruction. This is so freaking sketchy. This is so sketchy. I love it. No, I didn't want to add property. I wanted to actually add the property. Declare the property. Thank you. What's wrong with that? Property is only written but never read. Yeah, but it will be read in a second. I haven't finished yet, PHP Storm. Wind your neck in. This is risky in more ways than one. Yeah, but we got tests, so what's the worst that can happen, right? We've got unit tests. This isn't risky. This is cool. This is on the edge, seat of your pants coding. It's not risky. In fact, we can't go into an infinite loop anymore, so we can remove that. And if they fail, we can just comment them out. Exactly, Craig. This isn't risky. Okay, if empty this available moves, if not empty this risky moves, return array shift this risky moves. Take the first element off the array. Otherwise, throw a new no moves available exception. I think this will work. Does anyone else think this will work? Should we have a little wager? If I can remember what it's called. Let's have a little... Oh, no, sorry, wrong text. Let's have a little prediction. Let's have a little prediction here. There we go. Let's have a prediction and let's see who believes in me and risks their channel points and who doesn't believe in me and loses their channel points. Let's find out. The gamble is upon us. Nobody's gambling. I love it. Who cares? It's all good. We've got some gambling going on. We've got some channel points being... Everyone thinks there's a bug at the moment. Nobody thinks Gary is awesome. That's interesting to see. Okay, cool. There we go. Here we go then. Let's check if the tests are going to pass. Too fast. Sorry. Oh, Google's saying something to me now. So what we shouldn't see is no moves. We shouldn't see no moves anymore. We shouldn't see that exception. We should only see the no moves exception when we're actually dead-ended against a wall, right? That's the only time. Oh, if we're dead-ended against a snake. At this point, we should see down, I believe, is the result that we're looking for. Let's take a look at the test. Yes, down. So let's run the tests and see what happens. Here we go. We're doing it. Damn it. God damn it, damn this. Errors are just abound. What? You win. You win, person who didn't believe in me, whoever you may be. I'll get you next time. For sure. We've got an error, I think. Undefined property, app, model, point, move up. Huh? I totally didn't expect that. That is not what I expected. Move handler line 71. You are passing... Oh. How did you even know what line it was on? You were so good. You were so good. Matthew, like, fair play to you. You are passing this function rather than calling it. That certainly would... explain why I had the spare pair of brackets hanging around, which I just deleted and ignored. Like, instead of going, oh, do you know what? I've got these spare pair of brackets. I should really figure out where that pair of brackets... like where they were, I just went like, screw those brackets, get rid of them, delete them. Nobody cares. Let's try again. Let's try again. No, PHP Storm didn't do me a bad one. I literally just deleted the brackets because I couldn't be bothered to figure out where they went. Are we ready to go? Oh. Lots more errors. Lots of recursive errors this time. Look at this. Are these even errors? What was this even saying? It's too much recursion. What the hell happened? What the hell even happened there? I'm going to run the test from in PHP Storm because I feel like it'll give me a better debugging experience, if I'm honest. So loads of these are failing now. X debug has detected a possible infinite loop. Okay. That's not so healthy. Yeah. That ain't so healthy, is it? I think I'm throwing it onto the risky moves, even if it's like an invalid move. I got a feeling that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing, aren't I? I'm throwing everything that gets... If it gets here... Right, let's take a look. Right, ignore that for now. Because of course we do. We come to that later. We take something off the array of available moves and then we make the method name. And then we say the snake length is this length, and if this nonsense happens, we take one off the snake length. In fact, I probably should comment that. If we didn't eat this turn, it's safe to discount our tail from the snake's total length. Because I'll totally forget what this means. Like later on, I'll be like, oh, I don't know what that means. What on earth? And then we say, is this a risky move? It's counted as a risky move if the snake length is greater than or equal to the spaces available. Okay. So at no point yet have we checked if this is a valid space. We do it here. Okay, so what we can do is we're throwing everything essentially. We're getting recursion because we're throwing everything onto the is risky move array, even if it's an invalid move. And a risky move should be a valid move, not a... it should be a valid move. So invalid moves aren't risky. They're just invalid. It's like a safe move, a risky move, and an invalid move. So we can do another if in here, right? We can say... If it's not a risky move, I love nested ifs. Let's just do all the nested ifs in all the world because it's like I really love it. Does that make sense? We can do this. If this is a valid space we're moving to and it's not a risky move, we can just do it. If it's a valid space and it is, if it's not a valid space. If it's a valid space, but it is a risky move, we throw it onto the risky moves array and look at the next move to see if there's a valid move that isn't risky. I'm confusing myself here. In Battlesnakes, man. It should be easy, they said. Body is an array of points. Yes, Felix. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, hang on. Before we get tension mounting, move your body index equals another point. Oh, no, not equals though. It doesn't equal. It's different from... And I don't think we ever implemented not equals. So, yeah, there's that. I'm going to leave this here, but I'm going to run the tests first to check. Here we go. I'm hoping that we've at least alleviated the infinite loop problem. It doesn't look like we've alleviated the infinite loop problem. Damn it. God damn it. Hey, no tension, thank you. We can step debug this though. We can step debug this, definitely. I don't know how to step debug this, but we can step debug this. We need to know when this is a risky move. Yeah, we can step debug this. Let's. So this isn't a risky move, so that's fine. We got no risky moves in this instance. I'm just gonna have to keep running until we see if we get a risky move. In fact, what I can do is this, right? Let's break there if is risky move is true. Then we can just keep running until we find a risky move. There we are. We have a risky move. So then we say step over. It's not a valid space. It's a risky move and it's not a valid space. So we skip it. We look for the next move. What move were we looking at then? Up. Okay, so now we should look for right. But we don't have any more moves. So why is it actually... We don't have any more is risky moves. So why is it in an infinite loop? I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what's happening. Goodbye and good luck. Thank you, Maximum Gilead. Do you know what? It's 6:10. I think we're going to leave this here. And we're going to fix it next week. Yeah. But you're adding fixes for problems that isn't a problem at the moment, right? Thank you. I'll leave it there for next time. I appreciate you, Felix. But I'm going to have to go and tend to kid and check everything's okay. I think we're going to watch Jurassic Park tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We need to put some... help for next time. I'm definitely going to get this running next time. To do 28th Jan equals fix recursive loop when we're figuring out if a move is risky or not. I suspect what we're going to end up doing here is, instead of saying there's a risky move, is scoring directions based on a number of things, which is, I know how Maximum Gilead does it. So we may have to copy the Gilead technique and score moves. So we end up having an array like up scores 50 because not going into a wall, no food, and we're not hungry, not turning into smaller than ourselves, and then left 0 turning into a wall. So we scored it as 0, so we never picked it. Down 25, not wall, eating food. You know what I mean? We could score directions and then pick the top scored direction, the highest scored direction, which sounds like it would be a much better way of doing this now rather than all of the recursion and nonsense that we've ended up doing. So maybe we'll do that next week. But anyway, enough. My week is done. I've had a good week. We've had many a meeting. We've had our sales kickoff. Our marketing kickoff, not our sales kickoff. We've had 2 streams. We had a super class where I gave a cool demo. It's been a good week. Nobody to raid. So on that bombshell, I'm going to say adios and good night. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you all next week. Ta-ta for now.